Welcome back to our last installment of the NCUR 2021 at-home training for oral and performing arts. You're ready to go. You've set up your profile, you've connected with speakers, you know where your session is, you know when you're presenting. You've played in the playground from March 15th through 19th and familiarized yourself with all the control panels, and you've practiced your session. Now it's 5 days before your session, and you're ready to prepare your session. As a reminder, you will have access, you'll be able to view your session at all times. You will have access to prepare your session 5 days prior to your start date of presentation. 5 days prior, the prepare button will appear, and here is where you'll enter to get ready. Be sure you test your sound and audio. Be sure you sound good, you look good, and have made any adjustments to your computer as needed. Upload your presentation files. As a reminder, name them starting with your last name, add them to your playlist, and view them from your playlist to be sure they're there. Determine which speaker in your session will hit the record button. Some of this will be decided during that 30 minutes prior to the day of, so be sure you know where the record button is so you are aware if you need to select this. Save a backup copy of your presentation on your desktop for easy access. This is just in case. Again, 5 days prior to your session, you'll be able to prepare your session. If you have any questions or need further support, contact NCUR Speaker Support at streampoint.com. Now let's prepare for the day of your session. It's your session day, so that prepare session is already set. 30 minutes prior to the start, you go into the prepare session and you meet your other speakers if you have not already. During those 30 minutes, if you have not already, be sure that you determine which speaker will be hitting the record button at 5 minutes prior to the session starting and who will hit it again after the session is completed. If this is the first time meeting the other speakers in your session, say hello, introduce yourself, and do a quick run through of who's going first, second, and third. Your session will automatically start at the designated start time. There is no need to click any buttons or click the start session. It'll automatically start. So please be aware of the time. So when your session begins, you can kick off your session. Here's an example of a day of session. I'm using the example session 103 on March 12th from 1:30 to 2:30. March 15th through 19th is the tested period. Caleb, Riley, Sally, we have all met each other. We've all gone in through the testing period. We've practiced our session. We're all ready. On April 7th is when we all go in and prepare our session through the platform. Here's where we name our files with our last names, upload all our files, test them in the playlist, add them to the playlist, and test them to the playlist. We've also taken time 5 days prior to meet and say hello. In addition, we know that Riley's going to click on the record button. April 12th, the day of our session, at 1 p.m., we all log in 30 minutes prior. As we log in 30 minutes prior, we say hello, we remind each other of the order, and at 1:25, Riley hits the record button. Our session kicks off automatically at 1:30 with the CME presentation, which goes for 15 minutes, followed by Q&A. After the Q&A wraps at 1:50, effects of COVID-19 starts at 1:50 promptly and goes for 15 minutes with 5 minutes of Q&A, followed by the last session that starts at 2:10 and goes till 2:25 with the 5 minutes of Q&A. At 2:30, or maybe a little before if we ended before, is when our session ends and Riley clicks the record button once again. Again, there is no need to download or upload any of the recordings. Our staff on the back end will pull down all the recordings, trim them, and upload them to video on demand. Thank you. And now you are prepared for your NCUR 2021 at-home session. As a reminder, 5 days before, prepare your session, 30 minutes the day of, log in, and then begin your session. Good luck.